Yeah. Oh, there we go.
GI Joburg.
It's here on the special mission straight at you on the live streams.
And this time we're joined by Paul, who you can see whenever he talks. He's doing some cool art. Paul, tell us what's this artwork?
Hi. Okay, so we're doing sketch commissions for our contributors for our awesome GoFundMe to get us to JoeCon. And yeah, so I'm just doing some warm-up drawings because one of you guys requested the very cool Crocmaster. So I'm just doing a few studies at the moment and getting that down. So yeah, so you can, every time I talk, you should see some kind of progress. Hopefully.
Nice. I like it. Yeah, hi to the 11 people who have joined us so far. As you heard, Paul is working on a cool commission for our GoFundMe. So we can get to JoeCon.
Since this is the first of its kind, broadcasting from 2 different locations, if there are any technical issues that jump out at you, like for instance, it's always going to be a mystery, like how the audio of Paul's is not bleeding into our microphone, you know, that sort of thing. If you're hearing a weird echo, please let us know. We want to keep this clean. Unlike our scrubby video camera, I hope you can bear with us. We're a lot more handsome in real life.
For real.
We don't look like this. Maybe it helps.
I don't know. I think I look better.
It's midnight on the Dark Continent, and Rob and I are in high spirits this Monday morning because, well, we firstly are live broadcasting for your entertainment, but we have some brand new toys to unbox, courtesy of a dear friend of ours from the United States, a guy called Dan Szymanski. He has a YouTube store. You best check it out. It's called Quality Joe's.
An eBay store, even?
That one.
That's even better.
eBay store, sorry. I'm excited, can you tell? It's the same thing.
It's linked into the description somewhere.
Quality Joe's, and they are indeed Quality Joe's. They're clean, they are complete, they are unbroken. You know, they don't have issues unless stated in the auctions. I mean, these guys are trusted. In a world full of eBay sharks, you can count on Quality Joe's.
He's the eBay dolphin. Dolphins are cool, aren't they?
So, if there are 17 folks watching, where are the comments?
Well, maybe they're trying to decide if they want to keep watching. So we're gonna open a very cool box. Do we have it? I have no idea what's in it. Do you know?
I have some idea, yes.
Okay. But
I do also know that while this is all a surprise for Rob, I have never had any first-hand experience of these toys. These are items that I've never encountered in all my years of being a Joe fan. So while I might have some idea of what the contents are, like the tactile experience of having them for the first time, that's going to be new for me. And that is something that fans of toys, be it GI Joe, Transformers, Marvel and
Captain
DC
America,
franchises,
He-Man,
getting a toy in your hand for the first time is quite remarkable, quite special. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, I think I've probably changed my opinion on a couple of toys because I could feel them up.
If you have a beverage,
yeah, please drink.
Bottoms up, ladies and gentlemen of the audience. Cheers. The new toys, friends out there in the world, and good times, all thanks to our awesome hobby.
Yeah.
Well, I just put it on our Instagram stories. So if you are on Instagram right now, hopefully you're going to get the announcement that the live stream is, well, live.
Yeah, we like people on Instagram. I mean,
you can actually.
People are commenting on the YouTube because we're currently looking at the group chat on the Google Hangouts, but I think that might pertain to just
Google Hangouts.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's the first time trying it, so give us a break.
Hey, well, guys, we finally figured it out. Hi.
Okay, so this chat, this is obviously between us and Paul. Okay.
Boring.
Hey guys, okay, what are we doing? Be back. Hey dude. Where's the car? It seems like feedback message came in before yours, so. Oh wait, yeah, you realized that very quickly. Darn it. Bjorn, yo Joe.
Yo, Joe,
Good to
Bjorn.
have you. Hayden, hey there. Can we do a barbecue?
Oh, please.
Or can we do barbecue? Do you mean review the figure or? Do you
No,
mean,
he wants Steven to do the barbecue voice. I'm pretty
Oh.
sure.
Oh, man. Oh, Bob? The barbecue boy. Oh, okay. Doesn't he talk like that? Like, you know, like, let's have a barbecue, guys. My name's Barbecue. Isn't that ironic?
What if he's a vegetarian?
I don't know. Did you watch The Viper is Coming?
The Vipers
This is
coming.
a non-geek episode.
It is non-geek and it
Then
is
I would have seen it.
famous. So yeah, they're barbecuing meats. Maybe he's flipping burgers. I don't know. They trash his place pretty badly because someone has. I think Alpine has the bright idea to start like teaching green shirts how to rappel from like the mezzanine level down onto the pool table or something. Like, come on, Alpine, grow up.
Yeah, but that's what happens when you guys get drunk, you know, like
Hey,
Yeah.
Brayden from SoCal. You're probably in the same neighborhood as Curtis, Cujo, wherever he is. Long Beach, is that South I believe.
So well, you could go all the way south and head to San Diego and skip the border to Mexico and wind up in Tijuana with your organs harvested.
A ruthless terrorist has shot a Cobra at us.
Nice. Greed, ambition, isn't
appropriate.
Greed, ambition, ruthlessness.
Charles from Lakeside Joe HQ. Okay, he's very excited about the Empire.
Hello, Charlie. Yeah, man, we finally got some toys to rival yours. I hope that collection is growing steadily. Man.
And Rizakai, that it wasn't on purpose that we don't have Super Chat to force you to go to the GoFundMe. It's because Super Chat doesn't support in South Africa yet. So write to YouTube
and tell them.
Africans need money too.
Write them a letter.
Hey, Dan Samansky.
Hello, Dan.
Hello, Dan.
Outstanding, man. The guest of honor, the man of the hour.
Using his daughter's account because he's too lazy to switch. Range Viper. Yo, Joe. Cheers.
Oh, that's my address. that's not a good idea.
Well, luckily the quality is so bad. JD, how's it going?
Hey, JD. We are going to include you, man. Just like, as I say, this first maiden voyage, we're going to keep it simple and then expand our special mission to include, foreign
As we figure
correspondence.
this out. I mean, we were technically minded, but not 100%.
It's a small miracle that we managed to get this way. And it's been one heck of a day. Guys, for those of you wondering about Atlantis Factor episode 5, we wrapped on principal photography today.
Yes, it was fantastic. It was a lot of fun. We drove to
Nerdhook. Yeah, the way I figure, since I have rather limited skills with photography, I just let nature show off and, basically try and capture Cape Town looking as gorgeous as Cape Town can be. And we went to a really cool spot, probably the best sunset spot.
that last shot. I mean,
don't hype it already. Well, we're already hyping it, but it's I think it's fitting in and it's cool. Like the whole idea was just to showcase toys in a non-review style or fashion. Because what could we really add to the conversation in the review world? Guys like Formbeck 257, HCC 788, those guys are doing amazing reviews, very informative and very focused on the toy. So what can GI Joburg add? Maybe just string it together in a story. Like that's what we kind of started doing in a lot of our reviews anyway. So
it's kind of like a story going through the background of the story. So, yeah.
It's very organic. I feel like it's the right area.
It's the right direction to go in. Roll Tide from Alabama. Hey dude.
What's up?
James. Hey guys. Or hey guy. Dave Cabral. Yo Joe. I've got a review coming up soon. I think you'll like it. I hope you'll probably be the only one clicking that will like watch. It's a little thumbs up. Giannis. You're on our first. You're here with our first live stream. Now you get all three of us. Fantastic.
Lucky you.
Lady says, okay. Oh, I'm sorry, dude. Like, we need to figure this tech stuff out. Dave can't wait to see my review. Thank God. James was wondering when the next episode was due. He's looking forward to seeing more of the beautiful Cape.
Cool, James. Well, it looks set for next weekend release. Please don't hold me to it. These things, it's always going to be a labor of love, and I don't have much that's struggling priorities that I'm struggling with this week. But I do want to secure the right voice talent. For once, I'm not going to do all the damn voices. For better or for ill. We'll see. Maybe.
As long as the quality is good, I think.
You'll like these.
I think so. Paul, how's it going with that drawing?
So I'm getting some like harder lines in now. I'm kind of happy with my roughs. As I'm talking, I'm sure you guys out there in the great wide internet can see what I'm doing. So I've just I've laid in some of the primary sort of shapes and what I want to do. So now I'm kind of like quote unquote inking it. But
just like, never looked cooler.
So it's like this is like my hard penciling phase, because I may like scan this or scan it. I may print it out later and then do like a proper traditional ink treatment on it, because I think that would be much cooler for our contributors to own, to frame and put on the wall, as opposed to something that's 100% digital. But whatever, Somebody said something cool earlier. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. So as you guys know, we are trying our best to get to JoeCon. So if you guys have any cool things that you want Steve to say in his barbecue voice, you just need to drop in like $1 or $5, and Steve will say it in his top-notch, award-winning barbecue voice. Please, no swear words. This is a kid-friendly show. And we have advertising to consider, I suppose. But yeah, that's a thing. I'm kidding, folks, but if you think it should be a thing, let us know in the comments.
I don't honestly think it's that good, but okay, I'll be I'm self-deprecating. But Paul surprised me with that one. Huh? That wasn't. I didn't give my consent to being prostituted out like that, Paul.
Just put the figure in front of the camera. Rob can do the voice. Rob's also good with voices.
Wow, that's good, Stephen.
He's like Xandar to Steven's Zartan. I don't know if Xandar can disguise himself as what is his quote-unquote brother and sister.
Can he even disguise himself? I mean, it seems like he's like...
Well, he came with the same color change feature. So he's a mutant, just like his brother and sister. No, I think the file card predicated him on just being the kid that everyone forgot. Whereas Zartan uses holography, Zarani uses practical makeup, wigs, and prosthetics. Xandar just uses straight up stealth. Am I getting it right, JD? Guys, let's talk about the recent announcement that Snake Eyes will be getting a solo movie.
Yeah.
My opening volley on that would be, wouldn't it be cool if there was a Hollywood writer's room that actually got to grips with his origin story, which is compelling, which has elements of war story. It could be set in the Nam era. That would be super cool. I'm always all for GI Joe being a period piece as opposed to modernizing GI Joe and setting it in the now, because I don't know if the armed forces are as visually interesting, and also it's mired in like real world issues, whereas GI Joe should be more fantasy action with real world elements. Anyway, getting off the topic, it would be cool if it was set in the 70s and 80s.
When we wanted it, where it makes sense. Before we go too far, Dave's Toy Cave is very excited to see more actual toy reviews from us.
Okay.
After we come back from JoeCon. So we need to buy lots of figures and vehicles that we haven't done reviews of yet, that no one else has done reviews of, because you'll notice we generally try and do that.
I'm dying to do a substantial review on the general.
Oh, I thought you wanted to review the Cobra Battle Barge because you were all like, guys, I'll probably end up with a Battle Barge review. This is my karma. Carry on.
Cool, Dave. Yeah, gee whiz, getting back to regular reviews. Cool. I'm glad there is a demand for that because, as I say, the more established channels like Form BX and Hood Cobra Commander, those guys do a bang up job. I don't feel like we necessarily add much to that.
No, we do. We add our own take on it, and I mean, yeah, no, definitely. And the dances, the backdrop featured in our videos are second to none. So
I do like the fact that we take them out into the wild. So the narrative stuff like Atlantis Factor was always a winner for me because I got to write a script and you get to put a bit of performance into it because just shooting the toy in a beautiful environment is cool and needs to be done and isn't done nearly enough because these are vintage toys. We often treat them like gold leaf, but they are toys at the end of the day and they're meant to be played with, and that's why I like to collect pieces for toys that have seen some rough play.
well, it makes it easier to do the reviews.
I just found that doing them in the abstract was a bit soulless. I was just stringing together a lot of pictures of like the barracuda being swept through a rock pool. I would have enjoyed making that form part of the narrative. I guess it's the storyteller in me.
Yeah, but I mean, the cool thing is that now we've kind of found a way of telling full-on stories. You know, I'm sure we will continue to kind of fantasy maybe not an aspect part. But
I'd love to get as far into the GI Joe run that we're doing dedicated stories about the Ninja Force.
Yeah, no, for sure, and
Stuff that really divides the fan
guys.
base, and doing it in such a way that everyone can enjoy it, regardless of where it comes from in GI Joe vintage, and regardless of like the stuff that typically drags it down, like the neon guns and the kung fu features. If you do it in a kind of a wacky 90s fashion, it can be fun and still be authentic GI Joe to that era.
Well, as Dave's toy case says, I mean, our sound effects are good. They work in and they work in reviews.
It's another example of like, you could try and school yourself on visual effects and proper Foley work and finding libraries of sound effects. But why do all that when you're ultimately glorifying a kid's toy and it would be divorcing the subject from the way it used to be played with?
Yeah.
So when I was like, how am I going to do this? How am I going to have like mortar rounds dropping onto the HQ? Well, do it like I used to do it as a kid with my hand.
And Steven's like, this looks stupid, doesn't it? I'm like, hey, sticks in the post.
My enabler. Guys, it's time. It's time.
I think
I've waited long enough. We were supposed to do this on Friday. And we didn't.
Yeah.
Robot rained on.
Stuff happened. Got so wet.
There was a public transport meltdown and a rainstorm, which Keton desperately needs, of course. So we didn't do it. But all the better because we were able to promote this properly and have Paul join us via this Google Hangout.
It worked out.
So that he can interrupt us with his line art of Psychomantis or whatever.
Well, before we open, about the crazy reviews you want to do, there's this GI Joe Tiger Force Eco Forces were so neon they burned his childhood retinas. But even those corny colored toys will taste in the vintage nostalgia like that. I think it's true.
Oh, that's a great word.
Yeah, what toys? Sure. Zeitgeist. No, I mean it went through phases, but I mean obviously to someone that's their favorite toy. Well, it can be.
Someone.
And just before we start opening, Range Viper 84 thinks that the Croc Master is looking good. So Paul, someone likes the art.
Yay, thank you. Hold on, I'm on Facebook replying to another. Hold on, I'll hide that. Yay, thank you. We try.
Your face, Paul.
I think Charles Gouchon is secretly on our chat. He's also one of our big fans. Often sends me messages. He said if there was ever anything cool happening in Canada, he would definitely put us up for a night or two. So
Well, okay. So if there's a Joe event in Canada,
there is.
really?
They're not
CanuckCon.
at the moment, but
Crimson something, the Maple goes. I don't know, Canada? Yo, Canada?
I remember that for a time, the Canadian exclusives had a fetish with chroming everything. They had like a chrome his tank. There were various chrome figures, I think. But yeah. What do I know, man? We're stuck in Africa. We don't go to any convention. Until now.
I really dug that snowboarding Duke that they did, which was an exclusive, a Canadian Joe exclusive. It was a modern era figure, actually. I mean, I call it snowboarding Duke. I think it's meant to be a completely different character, but that was pretty cool.
I'm trying to remember, it wasn't a snow Duke, was it? No.
It wasn't like a quote unquote Arctic Duke, but anyway, yeah.
Okay. I do kind of remember it.
New toy time.
Okay. I'm actually very excited.
Yeah. I can't believe it. I mean, there was a time when I'd go to the post office and, like, before I'd even got into the car park, the thing was out of its box. Now,
gotta save it to share with everyone.
My ripe old age. Oh, I think can wait an entire weekend. But
address.
Beautiful. Send me more stuff, guys. Yeah, now in this day and age, we're gonna wait for the timing to be right. I'm glad I got to share this with you, Rob, and with everyone out there watching us live and also watching us after the fact.
Yeah.
I know there are a few people that couldn't stay up, perhaps folks from the Southern Hemisphere or Europe, but I'm glad we could come at you.
I'm going to quickly just say something so Charles can see he's won commission quickly.
Yeah, he's in the chat.
Yeah, so Charles, if you're looking, there's a shipwreck. That's yours, buddy. Just letting you know.
Nice. And while we had Monday No 5 is wondering what's going on here. So we are GI Joburg. We review and make crazy videos about GI Joe toys. And right now we are unboxing a box of toys sent to us by one of our fantastic listeners / watchers. And yeah, so we just hang out, talking about GI Joe in general, the GI Joe movie. We touched on that.
We have our favorite beverages.
Yeah, I have one. Awesome. It's not alcoholic, I must say.
So who is our movie?
Monday No 5.
Okay, Monday. Oh. All right. Well, welcome.
Well, I don't know. He's wondering what we're doing here.
He knows us. He commented before. You know about GI Joburg.
Alright, apparently we give away campy shipwreck drawings.
Always. Oh, wait till you see episode 5, buddy.
And Dan is quite taken with that shipwreck.
Oh.
I see so, yeah.
At this point in time, I'd like to give a shout out to Dan and just say that, like, these care packages come to us with so much love, because, like a number of you out there, Dan is a real scribe. Like, he loves the show. He listened to every episode from the early stuff right through to current, and gave us detailed summations or burning questions that he wanted to address. Of course, these are things that we spoke about like 3, 4, maybe 5 years ago. And it was fun to dust off old topics and redress them with him. So we became very good pen pals. And it's even cooler that he is a dealer in GI Joe merch and sees fit to send us these boxes, because my word, I can't wait to integrate some of this stuff into the collection. And hell, it's gonna find its way into videos. Let me assure you. Spoil.
Jade is encouraging us to hire some boxes.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna get there, but first, Alfredo, we're drinking Castle.
When we drink Castle, We're filled with aspiration.
The best South African beer.
That's how the jingle used to go.
Really, I'm not. I don't remember that. I wasn't drinking when I was 10.
Even earlier than that. All right. So, first little baggie are missiles from something that you old schoolers would not necessarily be fans of, but it's the battle wagon. It had a motorized missile launcher feature, and as a result, I'm pretty sure a lot of these missiles went missing. So to have Dan get us five good specimens, unlost and undamaged, thank you, sir. This will go very handsomely with the battle wagon, which I've yet to get. This is a local pickup scenario.
Do you know that whole song?
Oh man, I know the tune. Kind of like old school
I don't remember.
bar anthem.
Feels familiar.
But I don't. But those lyrics are quite good. We're filled with aspiration. What a being drunk. Woo, bots. Oh, this is hilarious. Paul, what character are you currently sketching? Paul?
He's probably new to this.
I'm sketching Crocmaster, or Crocmaster as we say here in South Africa.
Well, do you have any actual reference material for Crocmaster?
Yes, I've got a little picture here from yojo.com of the Crocmaster action figure, which I don't have yet, of the vintage. So, oh no! Say it isn't so. Yay! Oh, it's Crocmaster! I'm so happy. I love this dude,
brother.
Yay!
Oh man! And I have a hose for you. So with our powers combined, we have a complete Crocmaster, and he's a cool looking figure. Now, something that's very important. Maybe Joe fans out there have a similar scenario with friends that you collect with, or way back when you used to collect with the pals. I still do. So there's something very important about being the first person to touch a toy. I'm not going to take him out of the Ziploc.
Oh, you legend.
Will wait to you untouched by Stephen Robert.
Oh, thanks, man. I super appreciate that. I try to do the same for you guys. So.
Oh my word! And yeah, in fact, Dan has included a note. He's included a number of notes. I'm meant to read this. GI Joburg, keep cranking up the content. I can't get enough. Awesome work on all you guys do. Sorry that Christmas presents took so long to get to you. Hope to see you all at JoeCon. Yojo, Dan. Now, my favorite kind of Christmases are the ones that happen in May. So, thank you. I've got no problem with belated Christmas gifts. You're also going to be very pleased to know that there are Terradrome parts in here, Paul.
What? Ooh.
Where's your face at? I want to see your reaction.
Hold on. Okay, I will put on my scary face. Give me 2 seconds. Let me switch off my feed share.
Thanks for subscribing, Alfredo. Appreciate it. Check out all our videos and check out the podcast. There's years of content.
Wait for it.
Am I?
There's Paul.
And that's Paul. Hello.
Reaction shots.
I want him. I want my Terradrome parts. That is so cool. This is me with headphones. Dude.
What a handsome man.
Oh wait, and I had to represent today.
Yeah, Rob and I are doing a really poor job of that.
I have an Air Force cap on.
Oh, and
theme tune. This is a GI Joe podcast. I think.
How do you adapt to the Captain America jingle?
Oh.
For his mighty shield. No opposers, not opposers, shield must yield.
When the red and the white and the blue come through.
When the
fight.
And the duel is due when the red and the white and the blue come through. When Captain America throws his mighty shield.
Oh wait, that's cool.
Shield.
Yeah, I remember that being a bit better.
Hey, there's like weirdness.
Oh wow, this must be for me. Who told Dan that my missile stem was broken on my Warthog?
That's what she said.
He says, "Oh, man, I think I might have included a parts description." Okay, so the note just says, "Complete them," smiley face, and that is a powerful motion to any Joe fan. You know what excites me more than getting new toys is completing old toys that I've had in my collection for since I started collecting since I was a child, that have had one or other thing missing, or incomplete, or damaged, or broken. So I just lived with it because living here, you can't just go through a parts bin at a odds and ends kind of flea market or something.
Yeah,
it doesn't exist.
not really.
So this is a part that is just like unheard of. Mine was broken in the box.
Yeah, wasn't it?
No.
Snapped all the way down.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's just one of the.
Oh, that's right.
things.
We could only attach one. I remember now.
So my warthog was forever just with one of its giant orange missiles on the side, and then the other one kind of resting in between, rather
It
haphazardly.
didn't look good. You had to take that whole thing off.
Dreadful. So yeah, my warthog has since just had the stem yanked out completely. But now it's ready for review.
Chuck says the battle wagon was one of the best 90s Joe vehicles.
Yeah, man.
So we have to get on that.
It's big and it's powerful. I'm really interested to see how well the motorized feature holds up.
It's funny. That's what she said too.
Did I say wrong with the funny one?
Yeah.
I now have the hump for the checkpoint.
Cool.
It's a wonderful detail. It doesn't make the set feel incomplete to not have it, but it's just such a great element of world building. Like GI
It's cool that they added that. You
Great
can
line.
stop and then like keep going.
Oh, Hydro Sled. Now this completes something that was gifted us from my man Scott Centofanti, who sent us the Cobra Hydro Sled. It just was missing this piece, which is a weird piece. I mean, it just kind of would drop right out, I'm sure. Now we got it. Awesome. Thank you. That was a team effort. Thanks, Dan, and thanks, Scott.
But what are you doing, Paul? If you don't say something, they can't see you.
I'm doing nothing. Oh,
Ryan is wondering, for you, what? Because we lost it in that one.
Yeah, we shot it out.
It's literally the only thing that we've lost. Yeah, I think was that missile. Thank you. Oh, I have a complete toy again.
Oh, this is awesome for you, Robo. Your buzzball, man.
That is fantastic.
Buzzball missiles.
I love the buzzball, but I mean, having a complete one is, oh my god.
The badge. What an interesting piece of Cobra.
I mean, it's not a sticker, which is fantastic. You just.
yeah, let me see your missiles. Your buzzball missiles, just to clarify. Because that would be. Oh, those are cool. I also need buzzball missiles at one stage. It's cool. Is that a bit? No, that's a.
No. He's just showing it scale.
Oh, for scale.
It's modern.
I got excited there. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. Very, very cool.
Yeah, vintage is blowtorch.
Blowtorch is vintage.
Modern.
Blowtorch is blowtorch.
Blowtorch is blowtorch.
Oh wow. Okay, this seems to be a less likely find. I mean, this is the handrail for a polar battle bear. Just like the old roll cage from a Fang, it's very easily removed and easily lost. Thank you, Dan. I now have a complete battle bear. Nice. He made it easy for the win. And
Matt Lurch is hoping to see us at JoeCon. Thank you. We hope to get there.
Nice, man.
We're almost there. We're 2/3 there. So 2/3 of GI Joburg are going to be.
I feel like everyone should come to JoeCon with name tags.
Yeah, it's going to make it a lot easier. We'll wear them. Because, I mean, other than the accent, we look pretty American, I think.
Pablo Ocampo.
Pablo, if you're watching this, I've just gotten your message on Facebook Messenger saying hello from Colombia. But if you want to comment on this, just check out the YouTube live stream.
Oh, hey, HCC. Thanks. I hope you have a good Mother's Day dinner. Happy Mother's Day to your mom. Happy Mother's Day to my mom. And and to Paul.
To the mothers.
To everyone.
Yeah. Oh, thanks. Yeah, no shame. The poor woman has put up with me for so long. So, I mean,
Yeah.
Some might say
she deserves a medal. Some might say too long. Rob, did I just see a tiger sting door?
That's correct. My tiger sting's door disappeared. That was the passenger side door.
Mhm.
Because I would always invariably remove the passenger side door from the tiger sting so that my passenger could wield a heavy machine gun out that door.
All right.
I always
Okay.
was slightly irked by Jeeps that had missile armament and no machine gun.
All
Because
right.
the Jeep, the primary weapon for any Jeep, for me at least, is the machine gun. Because you're moving quickly and you need something that can keep up a high rate of fire while you are moving through an area to suppress them from firing back. If you're in a very thin-skinned vehicle, like a missile armament is it gives you a nice standoff range and you're far away from your target. But like when a Jeep gets into the thick of things, it stops being useful because a missile hot turret being fired wildly is useless. You're gonna miss everything. So yeah, it always bugged me that the Tiger Sting didn't have that. So I used Sonic Fighter's Law, his machine gun, which is the black version of Roadblock version 2. Yeah, 1986 Roadblock.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a handsome gun. That tripod.
I got a Crockmaster. I am very happy.
Oh, you got more than a Crockmaster.
Oh, say it isn't so.
Oh man, I'm gonna do figures first.
Okay.
Work our way up to the vehicles.
There's vehicles?
Aw, Rob, Operation Dragonfire Scoop. Lazy boy custom. Friend cracked him up.
Show us,
Okay.
Rob.
Okay, this is very cool. I'm actually gonna open it. Let me do that.
Yeah, first touch, first touch.
And it comes with, this is fantastic. There is Operation Dragonfire Scoop.
Hey, what's stuck on 4?
It's not stuck in pause.
Oh.
Can you not see the video?
Oh,
Paul's not saying nothing. If you see us in the big window, that means that people can see us. That
is sweet.
This is fantastic. And I don't own a Cobra Crimson Guard. I don't.
Neither do I.
Neither do you.
I've never even touched the Crimson Guard.
You
Rob, you're touching.
I've touched the Crimson Guard. I've touched the Crimson Guard, but I don't have one of my own. At least not a vintage one. Rob, I'm jealous. Just like you're jealous of the mic that I have for my scoop.
What? I'm not just mine's better now. Look at him. Looks like the Crimson Guard. Now we can finally do a toy reenactment of Dragonfire, which I've wanted to do for years. This is fantastic. And it comes with its own accessories. Well, it comes with its own helmet and the camera and his amazing gun. I love this gun.
Don't ruin my shot.
Exactly. Yeah. I made that joke before.
Making it for a new audience.
No.
Always assume that people don't listen to our hours and hours and hours of audio. Oh, I'd like to make mention of that because that is a point that I made on the podcast dealing with Dragonfire, that when Scoop is back in the ranks of Cobra, he uses Televiper equipment.
Yeah.
So he uses a Televiper backpack. So it's like the Cobra equivalent of his GI Joe TV cameraman.
This is fantastic.
Very clever. Dan, you're a genius. That is a great idea and a very fitting gift.
I love it. It's amazing. Ryan was wondering a little earlier, what figures are we looking for at DarkCon if we get there?
Wow. I've got a vast list. We have many holes in our collection.
No, for sure.
We're not completionists by any stretch, and certainly the prohibitive cost of shipping little pieces of the United States, little pieces of your country, one plastic man by plastic man, have escalated in recent years. So it'll be a great opportunity, particularly for me, to go through pots and just pick up pieces and piece together, a figure that's less than sale quality. because what you find on eBay, like they all look minty and it drives the cost up to a cost that makes it worthwhile for the seller. I get that. That's awesome. But I'm less inclined to play with it. I'm certainly less inclined to drag it to the mud, put it into the water, play with it on the beach, and shoot the adventures for my posterity and for the channel.
Dan,
for your enjoyment.
How did Dan know about the stem? You mentioned in the past podcast, and you seem happy that your Warcard missile stem was gone. Now you have the option. You can choose.
Freaking genius, mate.
You can choose. And Chris Brewer was wondering if you have a sneak peek for Atlantic Factor Part 5. We can't wait to see it. I can show you a random shot on my phone.
Crappy.
It'll look really bad. If you're happy to wait a few minutes, we can do that. We'll have no sound effect. We can do sound effects live.
Let me, like, tomorrow I'm going to go over the footage, the fine-tooth comb, find a few winning screenshots.
Or we can do like a little sneak peek.
Yeah.
Coming soon.
But
I hope that's
the themes of Atlantis Factor, each one showcases a different toy. Kind of don't want to give away what toy will be episode 5's
featured toy. Well, I mean, we gave it away for part. With the Rattler, we gave that away for that part.
Oh, the Rattler's the Rattler.
That's not exciting.
No, it's very exciting. Especially since our repurposed GI Joe back into Cobra Rattler.
Dan is excited to try and find Night Force while he's at Joe Con. The guys don't buy any Night Force. Dan needs them. I might buy some Night Force.
So Rob got himself a custom that integrates the Crimson God. I got
the real thing. You got the real deal.
Oh wow.
Mine's better.
Super jealous.
It's really special.
PGs are so cool.
I'm not an army builder, nor what I want to be when it comes to this guy. He is effectively a unnamed named character in my books. The Crimson God is a very, very special thing. Their file card makes them out to be as much, even if you did not then go as far as to read Larry Harmer's lore. Just the fact that becoming one entails a ritual too awful for words, something like that. These guys are hardcore. They are the true believers. They are the inner circle, and he is a bad dude.
It's amazing. I mean, the colors are really good too.
And this is a very, very, very pretty specimen. Thank you, Dan.
Amazing.
You are a GI Joe dealer, and to have given this to me, I know that. I mean, this is very, very much sales quality. Thank you.
Oh, Brad Withers, I hope you're still online before you go into bed. Thanks for dropping by.
He's complete with his accessories. I told you didn't have to, man.
Thanks for the love, Brad. I hope you're still awake. I'm sorry, I'm taking forever to get to this message. Everything keeps wowing me. And Dan, with everything that's coming out of the box.
No, I was totally okay with getting a beta figure, which I was gonna then equip with the direct-to-consumer backpack because it has the old-school back plug, and it's similar enough color. But this is the original, and the rifle, as far as I can tell, is the original. And this, ladies and gentlemen of the audience, this is my favorite, by far, rifle ever produced in the vintage GI Joe.
Marcelo's Poirum, and he's also very impressed with that.
So nice, and the silver seems very, very clean. Oh, I hate catching myself saying things like that because, as I said before, I'm happy with a lower grade of figure.
Mine's pretty good too. Nice. That's better.
Hey, Scoop! I'm that guy from Operation Dragonfire.
You keep changing your specialty.
Yeah, I'm gonna become an alley viper next.
Oh, you should be a night viper too.
Yeah, those guys are green, man. Only the good guys dress in green. I want to be Miranda flavored.
Miranda flavored.
It's
cheap drink.
No, Miranda is more popular in the States than Fanta. I don't know. Fanta orange.
Not Fanta, but I mean, what's the equivalent here to be spotted between soda and the other one?
Whatever.
I'm supposed to get a reference.
So, do we have more comments we need to tend to before I hold the mic?
we're up to date. I think. I hope I haven't missed anything. There's a nice conversation going between Ryan and Dan discussing where they live. That's pretty cool.
Nice.
And encouraging each other, which is really nice. We're a community. We gotta all stand together. And yeah, very cool. All right, thanks, Alfredo, for checking out our amazing reinforcement platform for the US's flag. That was really quick. You watched that while the live stream was going. Nice.
The crowd pleaser.
It's amazing.
You saw it first on GI Joburg. What never ceases to amuse me are comments on that video saying that we poached the idea from someone else. Look, I'm not going to lay claim to something that's pretty self-evident.
It's pretty obvious. I mean, someone might have come up with it before. I'm sure there's a lot of people that have thought of doing that. But I mean, yeah, I just think it's not a useful experience.
It's just amusing. Like, some people do comment without necessarily checking the timestamp or date stamp on our video, and then checking out Mike Murphy.
Not everyone.
Retro blasting.
Not everyone.
And another comment that I find very amusing. I think in my collection video, I have the flag, because it's just impossible or impractical to keep a flag set up all year round unless you have a dedicated show room, which you don't yet. So I have my flag in two halves, perching a Sky Striker on the one, and I think the Phantom X19 on the other. And someone commented in that video, "Hey, you should like put down a board and add some caster wheels. That way you can move it around."
Oh, that's
like,
sweet though. Maybe you would have seen, maybe you saw the other video, and I mean, it doesn't watch the other videos very often. Come on, you know.
Shall we get
Shall we keep
into the meat?
And addressing the quality, the answer is your passion for Joe and Cobra warrants quality.
Wow. Well, thank you. Thank you.
So cool.
It's appreciated, man. Thank you for, just contributing so materially and also through your friendship. I mean, nothing warms my heart more than receiving your letters. Or if anyone takes the time to write us, that is perhaps the most powerful motivating factor behind this channel, because it isn't all just playing with toys. A lot of it is me sitting in front of a laptop, clicking away while my very underpowered computer struggles to render and export massive and massive video or audio or whatever. So it doesn't come without its frustrations that pull me away from toy enjoyment. So what puts me right back to the task is knowing that there are people out there who A, enjoy it, and B, show their enjoyment by reaching back and communicating with us. And this thread, and those of you guys who are watching right now, that's example enough. Yay! And then there's this stuff.
There's this stuff.
Are you watching, Paul?
Yeah, cool.
What? Is that it? No! Is that an equalizer?
It's the Wolverine, bitch!
No, I was about to say.
Yeah, I was going to keep it swearing down to a mild roar.
Well, it's one word for the entire thing. Amazing.
Oh my word. I'm very wet right now.
Before, these are toys that I have had no prior tactile experience of. And right now, we've been transported to an earlier time where realism, where insane amounts of detail were
Dan's hair.
Dan's hair were
all
injected into a plastic child's toy. They weren't cutting corners. Like a team of designers, sculptors, like, wow. This really does kind of reach back to 1983 and then back further to, like, the original Joe, which, attempted to give us the accurate modern fighting man, repeat with all his equipment. Well, this is an example of, like, this absolute realism, military realism. Anyway, I'm waxing lyrical. Military realism, and then they go and blow it all by having the operator in an exposed cockpit right under the missile blast. Yeah, I hope you're wearing 50,000.
It's almost as sexy as its driver.
Yeah, well, perhaps not in her action figure form, but definitely like a character. I believe this is a removable panel. I'm tempted
Crack.
to not show the camera.
Amazing.
And then
It's a
there
really
are
good
more
model.
Parts.
bags and bags of parts. This camera might be sufficient for those eagle-eyed members out there to know what these parts are from. Any guesses, Ollie?
GI Joe vehicle.
Green parts.
Green parts. I'm gonna put this in the pull pile.
Alright, and also we mustn't forget to look through the peanuts in the box. The delivery myself were complete when it was.
Yeah.
So don't worry, we're getting there.
Oh,
And also Chris Brewer, he says, if memory serves, most other useless flagging videos done by other people do give us credit for the idea. So he doesn't know why anyone has.
yeah. It's not. It's not the. Don't get me wrong. The channels are definitely credit where credit's due. Not that I'm really in the position to take credit because, as I say, it's
It's a really straightforward idea. Anyone can come
rudimentary
up.
idea. What I'm saying is it's amusing when casual viewers who had seen it somewhere previously stumble onto our video of it and they're like,
You should do that.
someone else did this already.
Okay, so it's just amusing.
Found it then.
There we go.
Lovely. Complete
Now we have a
Wolverine.
complete Wolverine.
Oh, my such fun some process to use that.
What?
I don't need it. It's a plastic. I mean, in Hasbro's wisdom, they decided to have a plastic toe hitch, or not hitch, a toe rope. So it had a loop on either end, and it would attach there. But it was brittle plastic, and they have not survived, which is quite alright. I think I'd probably like to fashion one out of rubber. Actually, Chapmay did a great one, and I had a Mobat pulling an armadillo.
Oh yes.
No, sorry, a Mobat pulling a Rolling Thunder. I had a video of a Mobat pulling a Rolling Thunder under its own battery power, connected by this rubber Chapmay
worked pretty well.
herd line.
Getting
warmer. You might recognize some of those parts if you are once again an eagle-eyed GI Joe collector. Do you want to venture any guesses, Paul?
Also green GI Joe parts. It's the high res camera. I'm gonna take the fifth on that one.
What are you doing now on Croc Master?
I am just doing some inking because I wanted to just test the style that I wanted to go for the inking to make sure my pencils are solid. Because like my process is this: I tend to go up to a point. So let's just say I'll go 40% or 50% with the pencils, and then I will, especially if I know I'm going to ink or paint afterwards. So in this case, I'm inking it. So what I like to do is go 50% or so with the pencils, and then take the rest of it to finish with the inks, and let the inks and let the texture of the ink sort of take it further. Because sometimes you get cool effects when you do that, and you start thinking in a more stylized manner as opposed to just tracing. Because I know a lot of people think inking is just fancy tracing, which to a degree it kind of is, but you're also technically enhancing the pencils. So in this case, because I don't really want to draw my own drawing twice, I kind of like to do the inking process as another sort of refinement layer. So to go in there and then just make that part of the creative process as well. Otherwise, it just gets stale, and then you are essentially tracing your own artwork, and then you get kind of bummed by it eventually. So
don't get bummed up, Paul. Don't do that. Okay, so let's see if I caught up.
Hello, Pablo. Awesome that you can see us on your TV. Man, they make smart TVs out in Colombia.
That's pretty cool.
Thank you for the comments. Very flattered, of course. Boy, I'd love to make my living out of this stuff. Maybe if we ever get the ear of Hasbro, maybe if GI Joe becomes kid-friendly again, maybe if it is able to revamp itself and bring children back into the fold, maybe then I would speak out and say, hey, listen, guys, you want to market your toys? Make cool narratives that involve them. Like, watch people play with toys again. Going outdoors and enjoying backyard battles. Like, there are a number of channels that attempt to do that. And I think if we joined forces and created a tide of playing with toys again, it could really instill something magical. But unfortunately, we need the critical support of a blockbuster film and a cartoon and lunchboxes and bedspreads and all of the good stuff that Marvel is enjoying. If GI Joe could have a fraction of that, yeah, we'd all have jobs.
Well, as for the film, G Money, aka Pimpfly.
We stayed away from that topic. I'm so sorry.
No, for sure. He says he's a GI Joe fan for life, and he says, "Watch out, 2020 will be a reboot film, and it better be good." If you think it'll be a reboot, but we want to reboot it back to the 80s, right?
It's gonna have
That's
Rock
where-
helming it, which I'm not against. But yeah, it's probably gonna still go with that same like modern Call of Duty esque aesthetic, GI Joe.
Well, the interesting thing is, I mean, if you think about it, between the first film and the second film, they had already, to a certain degree, adjusted certain things. They kind of retcon things already. I mean, it was a national team in the second film, or was it still international? I can't remember. I have more stuff.
True. What was it? Global Initiative.
Global Initiative.
Oh,
generic.
I'm proposing a toast. Paul, if you've got him, raise him, because
Really high.
I got him.
our final item.
Ha! Okay, let's see. Before we get back to talking about the movie.
Hold on. Let me change to Polar Vision.
Okay, full vision.
In my very cool custom Cobra / GI Joe glass, which was gifted to me once upon a time.
Fantastic.
Okay, well,
Okay, so here we go. It's the last item.
What? Is that a hammer?
Wow.
It's a hammer.
Hammer time. Ooh, you're peanutting all over the place.
Give it a shake.
Give it a shake. Give it a tinkle.
Give it a blow.
Just a small blowy.
Hammer time.
Just give it a small
Family
blowy
friend.
over there. Thank you.
Oh,
Just give the old hammer a bit of a dusting. Are we supposed to drink now? Okay. I'm gonna drink now.
I've taken it. That is... Wow.
Fans who capped their collection at 85 or 86. This is what you're missing out on. So GI Joe did attempt a Humvee.
And it's a cool one.
They backed a Lamborghini Cheetah as the next big thing in military transport, ground transport. And this, oh my word.
It's bigger than I thought it would be.
Well, it's accurate to how big a Humvee should be.
Paul?
I dig it. That's one of my I have to chase things. What did I do?
No, he...
He was waiting for me
fine.
to say that's what she said.
Family friendly.
Thanks. Oh,
Hi.
wow. Wow. You don't appreciate exactly how much sculpting went into this until you hold it in your little hands. Oh, geez, it's beautiful. Dear viewers, when asked if you have neither, and you're asked to pick between the hammer, I'm actually going to do this, I can't believe it. The hammer and the Wolverine. Which one do you pick, and which one do you give to your friend?
I remember this conversation once upon a time. We had this exact conversation about those two very vehicles.
No. Our agreement stays the same. But I want to know from those of you fine folk watching it.
Well, I'm guessing Mundane is not going to choose the Humvee because, as he says, lowest Humvee ever.
Oh yeah, she does ride low, man. That's some low profile running boards, but it helps with traction.
And Chuck, he says the hammer always felt out of scale to the original thing, but it will probably be perfect for modern things.
And in their wisdom, or just hindsight, or just luck, sheer luck, Hasbro chose to not include back plugs, but rather back clips.
We don't like that. I don't like that. And cheers, Tina.
Yeah, man. As I say, viewers, if you got them, post them.
Absolutely.
All right.
Thank you so much, and cheers to Dan. This video wouldn't have happened without you.
I'm
We've
most
been
definitely going to
sitting
play
here
test Paul's
looking
toy.
pretty.
Oh, did I just give the game away?
Uh,
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, between Paul and I, we agreed that my collection does focus quite heavily on the early stuff. Paul's is more of a latter day GI Joe collector, 89 and beyond.
well, 86 and beyond, but whatever.
And I have a 1983 HQ, which would be very handsomely complemented by Wolverine.
By Wolverine.
Always.
I'm gonna. So, are you saying that hammer is mine?
That's
It's your hammer.
My hammer.
oh wow.
I like it.
Like
I'm very excited, dude. That thing's like on my hit list. I'm so glad to have that. Well,
Marcelo appreciates your beer glass, by the way. And and
cool.
my peanut thing. I like this guy.
you boys are beastly.
Maybe a quick.
Like really in there.
Not a packing peanut is bad. So we've been kind of debating this in our amongst ourselves, and maybe our listeners and viewers in this case can enlighten us.
Generation channel. I'm sorry, this thing is insane.
Are there any South African delicacies or treats you think you'd like to try out that you would want us to bring with to America? And we're speaking specifically to guys who are actually going to be at JoeCon or are going to be in New York. Although, to be quite honest, I think JoeCon will be the safest because not all treats hold out that well. And yeah, so start talking amongst yourselves because we might, in the next episode of GI Joburg, have some South African treats to share. And then maybe you guys will be like, oh, wow, I really want to try it, a rusk or biltong or whatever. Or
Paul is not bringing rusk to America because apparently it's the South African delicacy.
Luister, ek's 'n boer. Okay.
Well,
Ons eet
that's
beskuit.
I'm a farmer, said Paul. All the people who don't speak Afrikaans.
I'm just gonna throw this out pretty quick.
Okay.
We get into JFK on the 19th of June.
Well, if we
Get there.
find it, we will. This is the plan. So if we reserve flights, international flights, we still have to pay for to actually pay for everything, but we have the whole itinerary which we needed to be able to get the visas. But we're essentially two thirds paid up for. So that's why I think I've mentioned, and you'll hear it in other venues. We're 2/3 away from reaching 100% of our goal. So that essentially means that you're guaranteed to get two of us.
Not the other guy.
Not future. He's already in America, so don't worry about it. So anyway, sorry, Steve, I interrupt.
Yeah, well, okay. As I said, as Rob was saying, 2/3 of the goal, so we have enough money to pay off two of the flights. Which is why the 100% of goal is such an important thing.
Two of the flights as well as accommodation for.
But
our itinerary.
We are confident that we'll get there, and right now it's a case of just making inch stones. Instead of milestones, we don't need massive whacks of cash. Like, if we get $5 from everyone who subscribed to our channel, we're there overnight, basically. So $5, $10, whatever, that would really, really help us get there. And pay off all three of the flights and ensure that the three South African members all get to make that trip. Because it would be devastating to have to, enter the arena of sport. 3 GI Joburg members go in. Only 2 will emerge.
I feel really bad for
Yeah, we can hang out.
Maybe a martial artist, but I mean,
Can he defeat two
Can you
Cape
be two
Tonians?
people?
All I'm saying is, if this was down to a blindfold, like 3 blindfolds and 1 knife, I'd be going. So,
I'm so glad it didn't come down to that. Oh,
Our itinerary.
Dan, all right. Okay, so before you Dan says open the hood.
I'm tempted to, but it's quite firm. I assume it opens. Oh. Okay. Oh, okay. There we go. That was easy enough. Wow. Once again, a real treat for anyone not familiar with a hammer.
oh wow! Oh, packing peanut.
Perfectly detailed ancient
Energy.
two-piece part. I mean, it's got some extra pieces that fit into it. That's always a stamp of excellence, because you get into the latter 90s stuff and it's all just one single stamp. This has parts that attach to the part,
Which is nice. I mean, it's it's not just like you open this panel and then there's detail, which is cool. But it's nice that they actually added extra parts to it.
Yeah, man, that's a stunning engine, big engine. Cylinder.
We might have convinced Mundane after seeing the engine that this might be better.
Ooh, damn, son.
Well, he wants to try kangaroo nut, but he's not in the US. And then he corrected himself. He said that's Australia. Yeah, we're not Australians or New Zealanders.
I once visited the States, and the first guess that anyone made after hearing my accent was Australia. Stands to reason. It sounds exotic. Sounds
but I would
European.
but I would have gone for British. I mean, isn't that closer?
That was the third guess.
Third guess. What was the second guess?
Really.
Okay.
It's always a surprise to see white faces coming from South Africa. But yeah, man,
there's a lot of diversity in Africa. I mean, Namibia, South Africa,
Southern Africa in particular, simply because history lesson boring. This is sort of a halfway point. Anyone circumnavigating Africa, to get to India,
would have to come
where
around
there were
the Cape
spices
of good
and salts. Yeah, this was their halfway point. They reached the point of Africa and they knew, boom, we just have the rest of Africa to travel, and then we're there. So white folks landed here and decided, it's quite nice. The climate's good and there's good resources. We're gonna stay.
Flat mountains.
And
mountains are cool.
Hundreds of years later, guys like Rob and me.
And thanks, Julio. Thanks for saying we have a nice channel. And we generally do try and keep like a good spirit going with this, kind of like how we approach things.
Yeah, there's enough negativity on the internet and YouTube.
Gotta keep it positive. Okay, even the itinerary.
The
10
itinerary.
minutes later.
All right, so we fly into JFK, which is necessary because we are coming from the west, the east, Africa. We have reserved direct flights, which is, in all my years, I've never flown direct in my life. What a supreme luxury.
Just because we would have had to go to Dubai?
Yeah,
and then all the way across.
Ironically, a direct flight from Johannesburg is cheaper than a flight via Dubai through Emirates.
So they kind of make
because
sense,
it's
though.
South African Airways, and they are going out of business.
If you're just flying one flight, I mean, that makes sense.
No, direct flights are pretty premium, actually.
What, really?
Yeah.
I would have thought like it's one flight. It's like you're not.
Yeah, but no one wants to go via Dubai. It's just because Emirates, all their sort of point of origin of all their flights is their headquarters in Dubai.
Oh.
So you would fly into Dubai on a flight that has come out of Dubai. You know, they're just flights going Dubai, Cape Town, Dubai, Cape Town. And then once you're in Dubai, that's where you link to the rest of the world. Hey, first time tourist. This is gonna be so much fun. I'm gonna be the tour guide. We're gonna walk onto a bit. I'm gonna walk on a 42nd Street in New York, and I'm gonna be filming them filming Times Square. So tall.
We're gonna do such touristy stuff. I mean, I even bought myself a what do they call it in America? You already have one.
A moon bag.
Moon bag.
Well, no,
A fanny pack.
Paul, you need a fanny pack now.
Okay.
fanny in these parts is a rather dirty word
Well, it's not as bad as other words.
for lady
Family friendly, by the way. We're not
lady
saying it.
anatomy. So
Well, fanny is just more
JFK
British.
on the 19th. Then hopefully pick up a rental car and head down to Chattanooga over the course of 2 days. We'll be in town from the 21st.
It's a Thursday.
Mm-hmm. And from Thursday the 21st right through till the end of proceedings, we'll be making a nuisance of ourselves, basically. Going to the extracurricular events on the first 2 days, because I don't think we're probably not going to go to the show on the Thursday or Friday. We'll be on the floor just going absolutely bananas on Saturday and Sunday. And then after Sunday, we're going to head back up to the northeast, this time going through Washington to do some touristy stuff and check that out. We will leave Washington on the 27th of June to get back to New York and that area. I mean, if anyone is on the way between New York, Chattanooga, and then Chattanooga, Washington, New York, it seems it's not too far out of our way. We'd love to put together a roadmap and visit and just hang out. And,
No, definitely, please. Like anyone listening now, and we're going to post this on other things, probably in the podcast. If there's anything that if you lived in that general area, it's not too far from it, whatever directly it is, send us your details. Email us, the real African here at gmail.com or Facebook or wherever.
If you couldn't get to JoeCon, let's bring a little bit of JoeCon and South African love to you.
Yeah, and we'd love to. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that we're going to want to produce related to JoeCon, and I think like interviewing people, like people in mind, and post a cool experience with GI Joe. And also, like, if you know of any cool GI Joe places in Chattanooga and Washington, New York, Chattanooga.
Vintage toy dives, anything worth checking out.
Yeah, so we might actually find.
Probably have filled our suitcases by then.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Hey, think about it this way. We could get to your place and then you could pull out your toys and we can run around your neighborhood. We can all play with our toys GI Joburg style. So then your neighbors can be like, what happened? And you can just be like, yeah, right. So, that's also an option. I mean, I'm down to cross-continental toy playing.
Ryan, we're definitely going to check out all Ground Zero. Necessary. Pay respect, I guess.
And JD Cujo is definitely going to be a joker. He's not part of the paying thing with the GoFundMe because apparently Americans, you guys are all rich. So
what the hell? Have another drink, Rob. Well, no. That said, the GoFundMe will be picking up the tab on all of our accommodation. We're going to be Airbnb a place pretty close to the venue, and then also in Washington. So don't worry, guys. If you were concerned that Cujo wasn't getting anything out of the GoFundMe, that ain't entirely true.
Yeah, he's getting out.
Exactly. If anyone was laboring under the misconception that Cujo was part of the team from a time before when we actually knew each other as pals, no, he has
we have never
joined us
in real life
through the podcast. Yeah, we've never seen the guy in the flesh.
Okay,
we've never shaken him by the hand.
Given him a hug. I don't know. He's a hugging guy.
We give him a hug.
You can give him a hug.
Apparently, he is an bodyguard. Not bodyguard.
Look, it's
wrestler.
It's quite wonderful to have shared hours and hours of in-depth discussions about something we love with someone, and then finally be reunited, or not reunited, be united with them for the first time. It might be an emotional moment. I certainly chronicled the first time Rob and Paul met. That was good fun. Like Gamble was barking. No, it was Chance at that stage. Oh, Chance was barking away in the background.
I'm sorry, JD. I'm probably And a misconception. I just assumed all Americans did it. Maybe it's the exchange rate. It makes everything seem more magical.
Yeah, like if an American comes here, they can like buy a hotel.
Buy a hotel.
I joke, but like it's like that joke from Eurotrip. Here's a tip,
And yeah,
$5.
he's coming from. He is coming from California. He will be joining us at the JoeCon. And from there, we're going together to Washington. It was his idea. Trying to check out Washington. And
I want to go to the Air and Space Museum and see the SR-71.
for real, can you touch it?
I think it's stanchioned off, but it's not like it's behind glass or anything. It's right there. I mean, you can...
I know that the exterior of that has like a kind of a soft. It's soft. It's not necessarily steel. It's like a weird hybrid. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, there's certain parts of that plane you can't walk on because you'd actually put a hole in it.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we'll ever get to call your bluff and touch it. This jet is rather spongy.
It's like a mushroom. Well, marshmallow.
Like
Dion said his dad worked in Washington from 84 to 88. And he got quite a few Joes there as a kid. So hopefully there's still some left over. 30 years later.
Oh, man. Wow. It comes with a tripod? I know there's that first touch rule bullshit, but I'm going to play with your 4x4.
Are you touching my stuff? Are you touching my stuff, Steve?
Alright, Ryan reckons Cruiser's the Snake Eyes of the series. And
why? Because he doesn't speak. I got nothing coming for you.
Dan also reckons you could be the shooter of the series.
Yeah? Dig it.
But obviously not female.
Can I be clutch? I really want to clutch.
Aw, Bjorn, if Cruiser is here, he'd probably agree with you. He is the nicest guy. He's really, really a cool guy. He always lets us talk over him. Even if Paul talk over him, he'll wait and he'll be like, okay, guys, here's my opinion.
I'm going home now.
Like, no, damn, I pulled the ripcord. I can't remember what I was going to say.
No, because you guys agree with him. But he's awesome. He is an awesome guy.
Yeah, unfortunately, we are kind of like the Muppets in that regard. Like, everybody's like sort of talking. And yeah.
I mean, it all comes together in edit. I mean, if you listen to an episode unedited,
yeah, no, it gets fixed in post. Yeah, we Michael Bay this mofo.
Hammer has like a bullet belt and a box for the bullets. A lot of parts for this thing, man.
Yo, Joe, Alpha Trion 92.
Hey, Alpha. Good to have you with us, sir.
And Trent Avery from Colorado.
Hey, Trent Avery. Hey. Hello,
gentlemen. Names that I recognize, but as I say, become a JoeCon. I think we all need to wear name tags.
Yeah.
With our sort of YouTube handle, or Facebook handle, or Twitter handle.
And like a hashtag I'm here for GI Joburg tag, because that would really like make the organizers kind of go, hey, wait, hold on. Well, these guys
giving out hugs.
Yeah, Paul will hug all of you.
I will. Especially the Baroness, Lady J, Scarlet, and female Cobra Trooper cosplayers.
The traps. Okay.
Don't be misogynist.
I'm not being misogynist. I'm just saying that I will hug them especially.
Okay, well, you'll hug everyone, but especially them.
Especially them.
Yeah. Okay, so JD's wondering, are we really that excited to see the SR-97 when it turned out to actually be Decepticon Jetfire in disguise? At least according to Dave Former's law.
He's a funny guy.
Although I don't actually remember that very well because that's from the second movie. And
I just have to
only... Okay?
If it's a Bayformers, if it's the Bayformers Jetfire, you literally just have to outrun it. It'll die of asthma.
But I only saw that on the big screen, And by the time I walked out, I was like, I'll never watch this movie again. Never. I never have. Never have. Ryan says the SL-71 is in the Cantonade VA Smithsonian along with the F-14. Michigan, they have, where he is, they have the Air Zoo. They have both the SL-71 and the F-14. Considered made into the SL-71.
Oh wow.
Pablo asks, which version of Snake Eyes would we like to see in the movie?
Version 2.
Since I would like an origin story, I would like him only to don the commando outfit by the end.
Okay.
By the final battle. So you've got him returning from his early soldier years in Nam, where he's in green BDUs. His return to the United States and the shocking news that his family was wiped out in a car accident. He meets, this would be the coolest scene ever, he meets a young Cobra commander who's at the same hospital where the bodies had all been rushed to, because, spoiler, it was Cobra Commander's brother that caused the accident, the drunk driving incident, that wiped out Snake Eyes' family. So they have a brief dialogue. Snake Eyes takes Storm Shadow up on his offer to join the family business in Japan, which is sort of a ninja dojo, show his training, ultimately show him return to the States after the whole Hardmaster assassination debacle.
Shebang, yeah.
He's then approached by GI Joe, and then they go on this perilous mission where he gets his injuries, which rob him of his voice and his face. He dons the outfit and comes back for the final assault on Cobra. What is this Cobra thing that recently sprung up? It's all very early and very old-timey. It would be a great symphony of Vietnam War movie mixed with chop socky 80s, kung fu movie, mixed with all the cool elements that 80s GI Joe was, which is like overt green shirt versus blue shirt action, helicopters, and trouble bubbles and stuff. Lasers, red blue lasers. Bring back some of that joy.
I would love to see
goggles, Pablo. To answer your question.
I would love to see something along the same vein as when he fights those two guys and then he actually takes their outfits. It's in the comic book. It's how he gets these the sort of more esoteric butterfly swords on his chest look. Because that was like somebody else's uniform that he takes. Like, I'd love something that he. So I think it would be cool if like somehow like his outfit is actually derived from like an enemy or something. Like he wears their skin. Like he decides, okay, like yeah, like that would also be an interesting twist or an interesting direction for it as well, as opposed to it being government issued or being something that he chose. It's just something that he inherited from the battlefield. So I think that would be cool too. So just a thought.
Well, getting back to Cujo for a little bit, Ryan reckons Cujo is Snake Eyes because we don't know what he looks like under his 33 mask.
That's right.
And Chuck says in Huntsville, Alabama, a few hours south of Chattanooga at the NASA Museum, there's the SL-71 also. So we can see like 3 of them maybe. Range Viper, apparently an air show in Florida today. 3 angels go every time.
Oh, sick. Yeah, man. We'd be lucky if the old Dakota DC-3 overflies Cape Town. They use it to train the transport corps. Yeah, we don't have a military in terribly good nick, unfortunately. Or fortunately. I don't know.
And Chuck and JD, you can enjoy the second Transformers film. If you don't enjoy it, doesn't mean that you can't. Yes, they're terrible, but I mean, you can kind of enjoy them in the moment, but not again. Although I have actually watched all of them. I mean, even though I know
I can't believe
terrible.
I can't believe I sat through Extinction. I can't for the life of you tell you what happened in it, but I watched it.
It was an experience. You enjoy it. You got something out of it.
Which is the one with John Malkovich the John Malkovich parts were funny, I thought.
I didn't get that far, man.
John Malkovich, that was the
the third
What-
one.
that was the third one where Witwicky didn't have what's her name as a girlfriend anymore. He kind
Megan-
of traded up
Yeah, Megan Fox.
blonde girl, yeah, the model.
For an Australian.
Yeah.
He took the one that looks really good from different angles and then really strange from others.
I like Australians. It's not on the rugby field. The cricket field, for that matter.
And listen, I don't think Australia likes Australians on the rugby field right now either. They're not performing too well.
Tina says the lakeside Joey is always open for us. And the 74 charge is prepped for Paul as well.
Yeah.
We should include you in our luggage. You're probably the smallest of the gang, so
And
yeah.
his martial arts training.
Totally, you're a contortionist.
Yeah, I know, obviously he is.
And I got the best excuse not to eat plain food.
So Paul, have you flipped that image now? What's going on with the image?
Oh, I just flip it around every now and then to just see if I can catch any mistakes. Because when you do stuff like this, you know, you're always looking at it and you're like, you know, you're always seeing, your brain just harmonizes and then you just don't see your mistakes anymore. So what you do when you flip it around, it allows you to see some of the errors, you know, like what you could be doing wrong, or like if you've drawn an eye funny, or if the balance of the composition is somehow off, etc., that kind of thing. So that's what I'm doing. And then I'm just sort of filling in the background. I'm playing around with the idea of having a background, but I don't want to do like a fully detailed background. Just want to hint at him being, or a hint at the Terradrome or something in the background. Don't want it, you know, I don't want to sit here and like do like a full on detailed background, because whoa, it's a lot of work. And I want the character to pop out as well. So
Cool. Lady's wondering, did Crocmaster's pet crocodile piss in that water he's standing in?
Of course. What? The crocodile's gonna use the John?
Yeah, he's outside. He's just taking the old croc out for, you know, to so the croc can get its business done. Yes, the croc will somehow be inserted in this image. I will figure out how shortly. The joys of Photoshop will allow me to shrink and distort things so that I can find a way to fit the crocodile in. I originally didn't want the croc to be shown. I just wanted to kind of maybe have the chain in the water and maybe have some like croc eyes like peering out of the water. Then I realized I ran out of space. And then I was on the live stream, so like I had this pressure to just keep drawing. So I'm just drawing.
Well, Dan appreciates it.
Oh, thanks, Dan.
And you should auction it.
Well, we can't because it's a commission.
It's a commission, Pablo. So yeah, that's someone who threw some money at us on the GoFundMe.
Yeah, and this is one of his bonuses. I believe Cujo's also doing a Crocmaster for him. Some of us, we weren't sure who wanted what from who, so we just decided, well, you guys are so cool and generous and threw money at us that we both artists are going to offer you stuff. We're going to give you stuff. So.
But Pablo does like the water running between his legs.
Oh, thanks, Pablo. Dude, I will.
Terradrome in the background. Chuck likes the Terradrome.
Oh, sweet. Thanks,
We
man.
all like the Terradrome, especially when there's some parts swinging their way.
Terradrome parts, yeah. But as far as like auctions and stuff like that go, I would love to do that in the future. We just need to work out a system for it, obviously. But that would be great to do. I would love to try and get something like that set up in time for JoeCon, to maybe try and help us make a little bit of money, you know, so that I don't have to be in a bag on the way there, and so that we don't have to take turns sleeping outside of the car, because I suspect that our Airbnb will have an engine. So.
I've actually done that before. I've slept in a car for a night. When I went on a road trip, it's not comfortable at all.
No, it's not at all, dude. I slept in a car in Hardebeespoort Dam once, because we were all like, yeah, we're so hardcore, we're gonna sleep outside under the stars. Come 3 o'clock in the morning, where are the car keys? Let's get into the combi.
You're covered in dew. No, sleeping under the stars. That's for GI Joe. Not GI Joburg.
Hey, I had a military spec backpack. I just didn't bring the inner. I mean, not backpack. Sleeping bag. I had my dad's sleeping bag, and it's quite cool because it's actually it's two sleeping bags. So you get into the smaller one, and then you get into the bigger one, and the bigger one's got like a hoodie that goes over your head, and then you can sort of zip it close to a point, so you can like still like peer out. It's very cool. It's very, very cool.
All this talk of sleeping bags remind me that like it's a school night and it's 1:30 a.m. African time.
African time.
So I think, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna start wrapping this up.
Well, before we go, I think one more from Jade. It's a very important question we have to answer. Does Snake Eyes wear night vision goggles to pick up Timber's shit after nightfall? I think, yeah, you probably would actually. You'd have to do that. I mean, he's not spirit. He's got the kind of like the heightened senses and stuff. At least according to the IDW comic.
Yeah, the Hearts and Minds. Yeah.
Yeah, Hearts and Minds, yeah.
Hearts and Minds basically says that spirit is a severe OCD or obsessive compulsive.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with him, being, Native American, Indigenous American. So Daddy says, if you guys are dumb enough to read these comments, I'm gonna make it worth it.
But then we got a very cool comment from Chino9722. Will we ever see Steve again, neck deep in water, saying "Silent kill"?
Made infamous by that year's HCC intro. Bless that guy. Let's do a great job with those intros, man.
Apparently not in the croc piss water though.
Yeah, please.
I mean the croc pee water, sorry.
Yeah, geez. If it's called for, I mean, I've been in and out of the water quite a bit in recent memory, thanks to the GoPro. We get to shoot that little hammerhead sequence. If you haven't clicked on the Barracuda review for fear of having to watch a piece of 19 flight, bear with it because Rob and I are getting down to some pool action instead of the halfway.
It's fun.
Yeah, we were underwater with the GoPro and the Barracuda and the hammerhead, just acting out a kind of a undersea duel between the two vehicles. David versus Goliath scenario.
And don't worry, JD. As long as I can actually go through the comments, I will do my best to read out as many as I can.
Yeah, we are dumb enough. That's your question.
We even dumb enough to do it in Barbecue's voice, but only once we've got the donation channel working on the live stream. Then you...
Oh, what? You mean I can't give one away for free?
This is terrible.
Silent kill.
Silent kill. Brilliant.
He's a firefighter. He doesn't do silent kills. Whatever.
And we'll randomize the characters.
This is upside down. Like the typeset is. So what do I do? I mean, that's the way it should face, but then the lettering's upside down. So do
It doesn't matter.
flip it?
It don't matter.
Actually, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's fine. It works.
It's very aggressive.
Yeah, I like it.
Man, oh man. And what is very intriguing about the Wolverine is that every missile is individually numbered. So in order to have a complete Wolverine, you need one that has a set of missiles 1 through 12.
I guess it's Dan thinks that Steve's barbecue voice isn't as good as Paul's Storm Shadow voice.
Oh, I hardly agree.
What do you mean? I think his barbecue is awesome.
Why Storm Shadow appeared in the event?
Underestimate the power of a ninja.
Yeah. Can't even do a shadow on that Storm Shadow. But yes, Storm Shadow might be appearing in future Atlantis Factor videos, and I'll be sure. Oh, get Paul to do it. And I sigh because like trying to get audio out of Paul is blood from a stone.
It's gotten better. Let's not mess around. It's gotten much easier. I'm a lot more giving these days.
Our USS Flag review was delayed for 2 months, not because it took long to shoot or because it took long to edit, because I was waiting for these people who send me this bloody audio. Anyway.
Yeah, but we won't say who took the longest because the review is out there and it's golden, and that's all that matters right now.
It's out there now forever. So
Awesome.
Yeah,
As will this, I believe.
crazy.
Rand thinks that the Wolverine could use some spring-loaded accent. Well, I mean, if you think about it, because he's pulling out each of those missiles individually.
There is no spring more
In
powerful
this thing.
of your imagination.
And he's never gonna take Storm Shadow from the cartoon seriously again. Whoever
As you-
did though.
Always in danger of taking it seriously. Why'd you? Okay.
And I have a
In
vintage
Revenge-
Storm Shadow.
In The Weather Dominator, the sequences with Spirit and Storm Shadow are fantastic.
That's probably one of the best sequences.
They still hold up. The pathos of the two of them deciding that this conflict is pointless. They're both going to ensure their mutual destruction. They keep fighting. It's a very mature way of looking at conflict.
I have a
And
script.
that was changed into a kid copy.
Mm.
Well
Takes braggadocio to pull that off.
done.
Braggadocio.
And on that note, I think we're gonna stop braggadocioing and leave you all because
Yeah, we're gonna GI Joburg out of here.
thank you to everyone who's joined us tonight. We really appreciate it. Thanks to Paul for working.
Yeah, doing some art. I love doing it. Catch us on the next one. I'll hopefully have somebody else's commission going at the same time. Just for the sake of sort of anonymity for our backers and things like that, I'm not saying who these commissions are for. But you'll know if you're watching it. You'll be like, oh, that's mine. It's looking really cool. Hopefully that's what you say, not like, oh my word, he totally messed it up. That's not what I want to hear. Also, if it's at all possible, can I see my hammer again? Can I see my hammer?
Oh,
No, he wants to see him again.
I just want to see my
All
hammer.
right, Ryan, thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate everyone who came through.
yeah, thank you for taking time out on your Mother's Day. I mean, I realize while the time of day suits North America, perhaps the choice of date, not so much. I mean, our mothers are tucked in bed by now.
Yeah, no, we spent all day with our moms.
There's your hammer, bro. I've
So
taken
cool,
the-
man.
Catching the side gun.
Oh, thanks, dude.
Yeah,
That just took all the fun away from it. Just you can disassemble it before you give it to me anyway. It's all good.
I don't know if I want to take the risk. Tap a tab.
And
There
good
you
night, Dan. And
So cool.
thanks so much, as Range Viper says, for the toys, for providing the toys for all of us to envy.
Oh,
Sorry, for all of you guys to envy. We don't envy it because we have it. Although I envy.
Well, thanks, Pablo.
You know,
Yeah.
I want one.
well, guess what? You got it. I mean, it doesn't happen right
That's
now.
true. It doesn't actually have it yet. Okay.
I know where you live.
You don't know where he lives.
No, he's been there actually.
I
Screw
have.
it, dude. He's like a psycho bounty hunter killer cuckoo.
Oh my goodness, Giannis, you stayed up till 20 to 3 to watch us in Greece.
I'm
Thank
sorry,
you so
I forget
much.
that you guys are an hour ahead of us.
You are a legend.
Even Greek and you can't even remember this stuff.
Poricala.
And on that note, that foreign note,
Night, you sexy people, and good afternoon, you sexy
we
people.
will interact with you as much as we can. As long as it's clean and family friendly, I will read as many of your comments as possible.
Until the next time, guys, and we never know when that might be, but diligently keep tabs with us on the socials, and you will know as soon as we know that we're doing a thing. But we definitely will like to do this and often. I think this is perhaps the future.
Well, no, I mean, it's not the only thing we'll do.
The
I mean,
podcasting going and the GI
Oh,
Joe
for sure.
reviews, but like being able to interact with you guys in real time is fantastic.
Paul, you need to say something so they can see you thumbs up.
Saying something so you can see my thumbs upping.
That was very brief because I can't not laugh at what you say.
I can put these down now.
I'm glad you had a good afternoon with us. And yeah, thanks everyone for watching. And yeah, JD, I'm definitely going to enjoy my lack of sleep. Don't worry. I mean, I've got like 5 hours to go, 6 hours maybe.
I'll drop you off at the comic book store.
What?
You get
Okay.
an extra hour.
No, I got 7 hours. That's almost a good night's rest.
Nice. I'll do some more ratting before I crack on with the Atlantis Factor edits.
Yeah.
Steven works so hard.
Okay, let's let these poor people go. Some of them want to get to sleep.
It's like me and Paul at the end of a podcast. Like everyone else is
Out of
gone.
it.
You have to say like, okay, you go. No, you go.
Oh, you
It
go.
takes so long.
See the teenager again. You hang up. No, you hang up. Oh, I love you, baby. Oh, I love you more. No, I love you the most.
Oh, RTD won. Sorry so much that you caught. Well, I'm glad you caught the last game. It's what 20 to 5 in LA. We'll try and make this as a better time next time. Anyway, and all right. Merry Christmas to us from Dan. Says cheers. Merry
Christmas
to
in
you
May.
too. I'm so happy with this. This is
Yeah.
amazing. Okay, grab him quickly so we can stop screaming.
Bye, guys.
I love your hammer. Your hammer's my favorite.
My hammer. I love my hammer. It's very cool.
Okay.
Bye bye.
Cheers, guys.
Bye bye. Movie Cobra Commander voice.